I wish I could make reaction videos, but I was born in 1956. I've heard all these songs. What could I possibly react to?
I was worth it, found my purpose, rarely abyss to the surface, the reward of constantly working.
Hey whippersnappers, Brian here out of Boomer Reacts. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, thanks for checking me out. I listen to rap and hip-hop songs using lyric videos, and then I let you know what I thought about them. As you can see, I'm reacting to Death Row East by Nas. So I've reacted to Nas plenty of times, but I think this is the most recent song of his that I've reacted to. And if you're curious about what other Nas songs I've reacted to, you can. I've got a Nas playlist you can check out. The song was on Nas's 13th album, King's Disease 2, released in August of 21, where Nas reminisces about the infamous East Coast, West Coast hip-hop feud. I did a series on the feud. I think it's 10 or 11 episodes where I react to a song on each one and talk a little about the progression of the feud. I learned a whole lot. So if you want to check that out and see if it appeals to you, please do. There's a playlist for that too. Death Row East was supposed to be the East Coast branch of Death Row Records. Tupac and Death Row wanted to show that they were more than the East-West rivalry by uniting all their artists together. However, Death Row East never formed due to Tupac's passing on September 13 of 96. Nas and Tupac had been involved in a beef after Tupac misinterpreted lines from the message, thinking that they were directed at him when they were actually aimed at the Notorious B.I.G. Tupac attacked Nas on the track Against All Odds from the Don Killuminati, The 7 Days Theory. Nas himself later admitted he was brought to tears when he heard the diss because he idolized Tupac. The two met in Central Park before the 1996 MTV Video Music Awards and ended their feud with Tupac promising to remove any disses aimed at Nas from the official album release. However, Tupac died before any edits to the album could be made. I've talked about this before. I call bullshit on that. So here's Pac saying, when I get back to LA, I'm going to, take out all the Nas disses. And, so he dies, and then the Outlaws go back and it's too late to do edits. I mean, it's only a few days after Pac would have gone back anyway. I would want to honor Pac's wishes. You could take out the Nas disses completely, or you could have, because Pac's not there to fill in. Or you could have, you could change the lyrics and have one of the Outlaws, rap that bar. If Tupac had wanted it done, I would do it. Nas says, we both knew we were supposed to continue that conversation and probably just squash the whole thing. I was scheduled to meet him in Vegas to shoot the video for Street Dreams. Jimmy Iovine called me at 4 a.m. and told me he might not make it to the shoot. Nas sees Death Row East as an opportunity to share his side. He says, you see how this story is a story even to this day? And this is just one song. I think we're going to shoot a small documentary on this thing. It's like there's so much in this song, there needs to be a little short film. Did he ever do it? The song also addresses Nas' unreleased diss track, Real which took aim at Pac and surfaced online in June 2021. Death Row East was produced by Corbett and Hit Boy. All right. Death Row East.
Yeah, hold up. KD2 shit. Hey, hold up, come on, whoa. Right back at this. Right right back, hold up, whoa. High on life, drunk off dark liquor, chicken eerie, like I threw on Thriller. Bitch, I'm a hard hitter, Rolex clocks and killers holding the order. I'm praying God delivers. I had runners with Suge, niggas would've been shook. At the height of the beef, they started Death Row East. Damn, I even saw they tease on some of my G's. Notorious label, the story was made in the streets. Now it's real life movies. Rest in peace, Ill Will. Let's talk about it. We the smartest, not the loudest. Came up out the project houses where they resort to violence. Hennessy bottles on the curb, little niggas trying to serve. Let's talk about it. Back when Jungle told pockets on, soon as we walk about this. Picket signs, outlaws outside the music hall. Bunch of ghetto superstars really down to lose it all. Both sides was thugging, but when you in my city, you know how we coming. Animals in the field and most of them clutching. When you living, it's rugged, that come with repercussions. Look, high on life, drunk off dark liquor, chicken eerie, like I threw on Thriller. Bitch, I'm a hard hitter, Rolex clocks and killers holding the order. I'm praying God delivers. I had runners with Suge, niggas would've been shook. At the height of the beef, they started Death Row East. Damn, I even saw they tease on some of my G's. Notorious label, the story was made in the streets. History lessons, keep it on record. Let's talk about it. Cause when you got a story real as mine, you can't leave nothing out it. Take you back to 9-6 diamonds and Mag 10s, looking through a fresh lens. Everything I knew now, wish I knew back then. Like it was only so much time left before Machiavelli the Don left. Booked a flight flying out west. We was trying to squash the whole shit in Vegas. No media to eat it up and leak it in the papers. Eric B, Big D, and Preem was affiliated. Peace to Edie, Napoleon, all the innovators. We had respect before we was ever some entertainers. See Suge, he was a dangerous threat. M.O.B. almost turned half of New York red. Brothers I grew up with threw up their sets. Some even had them death row chains hang off their necks. There's a rumor that spread I like to address. Pac was never set up by Stretch, let it rest. I stepped to him at Bryant Park so we could speak direct. He didn't disrespect, we plan to reconnect. I flew to Vegas to shoot the Street Dreams video and link with Tupac. Try to squash the East Coast, West Coast beef. We didn't talk, but he was still alive in the hospital. And it rained that day in Vegas. Rest in power.
This is my nigga Nas, and we both got one thing in common. We both represent Queens to the fullest. Alright? This brother was good enough to stop his show, and I want everybody in here, everybody stand up on their feet first and foremost, please. At 7:03 p.m. New York time, 4:03 p.m. Las Vegas time, Tupac Shakur passed away, y'all. Give me a moment of silence.
That last part was Ed Lover announcing to the crowd, I don't know whose concert it was, but Nas was there, announcing to the crowd that Tupac had passed away. I remember that from my East Coast, West Coast feud series. So, the song, it was an awesome beat. It was reverential, but still, engaging at the same time. Nas, as always, raps expertly on it. And the story was, plain as day. He was, telling us everything that led up to him and Pac, squashing the beef entirely after their meet in 96 after the MTV Music Awards. And then they were going to connect in Vegas. And that never happened. Like I said, I don't get the part where the Outlaws didn't have enough time to take out the Nas disses. It's probably something that I don't know about it, because they rushed that album out, before it was due to go out, because of course they wanted to put it out while Pac's death was still in the news. But they could have waited and cleaned up all those things that Pac wanted them to clean up. So I call bullshit on that move. it's, you know, such a sad story because, you know, the East Coast West Coast rivalry was, made up by the record companies who, wanted to sell, more records. I don't really think Tupac and Biggie would have had the same trajectories if they weren't encouraged by, their music companies to, let's make some more money. And that Stretch thing, I've always felt bad about Stretch. I do not think Stretch was involved in Quad, and I imagine he was torn up that Pac thought he was involved. And I think there was another reaction where I read that Nas was the one who, or Stretch dropped off Nas somewhere, and then Stretch drove, and that's when he was murdered, like 1 year to the day after Quad, which is sad, because that's not a coincidence. Anyway, really good song. Sad, but this is Nas's telling of the story, so more credit to him for that. Well, thanks for hanging with me, guys. If you like this kind of content, give me a like and a subscribe. I'll see you on the next video.